how it has helped me understand bipolar disorder specifically, but also depression, anxiety, mental illness in general. And they've been very grateful for the role the book's played in their understanding in their own mental illness, or the mental illness of their friends, their family, and it's opened a dialogue. And I've also been asked to speak at some health conferences next year, 2019, about my experiences of the health system, my experience with overcoming severe mental illness, and for those reasons I think literature and my contribution to literature of mental illness is important.
For years and years before I became a writer. Becoming a writer was a bit of an accident for me. I'm very glad it happened, but it wasn't part of the plan. And I didn't have a word of fiction published until I was into my 40s. I was practicing law. I became ill very suddenly and I had to stop work. And when I was sick, I started writing, and I haven't gone back to legal practice since. But I noticed that there were lots of similarities between law and writing, as you say, the drama and all the stories and the focus on language and being alert to nuance and tone, and yeah, I thought we had so much in common. And you know, I thought that maybe a synergy between law and literature would make a good book. And Counterparts is in aid of Peter McVerry Trust. So all profits are going to Peter McVerry Trust.
Chuck Berry was a fascinating character, because I arrived in London and I was told, we decided not to review this. We persuaded them that you were coming over to Parliament. So they brought me up to him and he said, don't take your orders. And I said, okay. Notebook out. And so I was asking questions and writing them down. And then he was writing down things he was saying to me, because he said, well, that might be a line for a song, This was going on. So when I was leaving, he said, I've one bit of advice. And he says, I know that you're very good at this, but I keep telling people when you're talking to them, the most important thing in life is to listen. I thought, well, that's good advice.
Our next author is Carmel Harrington, who travelled all the way from Wexford today.
I think they're the theme that runs through all of my books. They're all standalone novels, and you can read them in any order. But the theme that does run through them is that no matter how difficult life gets, you never truly know how strong you are until all those grenades are fired at you with great speed. And I think some of us rise to the occasion, and others we just collapse under the strain of it. And I always find that quite interesting to tease out and to look at. And I think if I was to have one word that would connect all of my books, because the themes are very different in all of them, but the word I hope that people feel when they finish reading a Carmel Harrington novel is hope. Because I'd like to think that while there's not always a happy ever after in my books, because life is wrapped up with a pretty bow, sometimes bad stuff happens and you just have to choose a different happy ending for yourself. It might not be the one that you started out with aspiring to, but it could well be the one that you grow very, very used to and more than happy to live with.
It's been alright this week, it's alright today. Well, it actually came from commissioners at Guild Books. Deirdre Nolan called me up and asked me would I like to write a children's book. I've been going into schools with the kids for years and years now, explaining the weather, showing them how it works, doing demonstrations. So as soon as she asked me if I would like to write a book,
So my style is a lot of bright blocky shapes and kind of sometimes use perspective, but a lot of the time everything's quite flat, and it's almost, I think it lends itself quite well to technical things because it's not kind of too sort of, it's not watercolours, it's very solid shapes. And I did graphic design in college, so I think that fed into it a lot. And I quite like drawing quite technical things, mathematics and putting in like annotations in text and stuff. So I think it worked quite well doing something that's sort of science-based.
Well, I think the past is quite unknown. You can imagine that you understand it by doing loads of research, like reading diaries, letters, social history, but fundamentally it takes an act of the imagination. So I like to do that. And then also, I believe that people fundamentally don't change. So we may be wearing trousers and jackets with pockets now, which would have been unheard of years ago, but the emotions that affected you 100 years ago, 50 years ago are the same. Fear, love, anxiety. People don't change.
I think he was signing the book, and one of the staff put my first book in front of the president's glasses and said, "Have you seen this book? It's really popular with the kids." And he took a look at the cover and said, "Do I find my glasses at the end of it?" And they said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, yeah, I think it's a good book." So it turns out only he said that. Like, so yeah. So I believe he's seen the cover at least.
No, I'm sure he's read them. I think they're fantastic. And question for Carmel, please just come up to the front and we'll let you have your opportunity.
I made it all up. No, that's a joke.
That's a good question. I suppose if you're a scientist, you got to start with facts and make sure you get the facts straight is the first thing, right? But where I differ is a bit of humour. You may not find it funny, but some sick people find some of the jokes funny. So I think if you bring a bit of humour into it, that can help communicate very complicated things. So I suppose, unlike my big rival is that guy Yuval Harari. You've ever heard of him, Sapiens? Not a single joke in that book, and yet it's sold millions. So I'm hoping mine will sell for the more humorous thing.
Years ago, it just keeps coming back into my mind, called Fortress of Solitude, which is a bizarre growing up memoir with superheroes in New York in the 90s. Why not? A good book is a good book, whether it's written for an adult or a kid or written by an adult or a kid. The one thing I would say is that writing is a craft and a skill, and typically crafts are things that you get better at as time goes by and as you have more and more experience. So the chances of a 15-year-old having a book that's good enough for publication are low, but it absolutely has happened, it can happen, and it will happen, so absolutely we would.
Everybody open up your book.
We can't, it's not a head read. I want upside down.
Good. Could you do me a